of attention for you. Tua.
I feel like Tua stole my idea because the first game that we had did it, he kind of had like the same style, but I had got that jacket from the ball actually. There was a shoe store in there. I think he got it from the same place too. So that's all that was.
You like just
the colors, yeah. I can we got a couple colors in there. I can wear my turtleneck with it. It's starting to get cold, so I can wear more turtlenecks. It was kind of hot when I was wearing my turtleneck, but now it's getting colder, so it kind of fits the description.
When Tua takes off and scrambles during practice, do you and he, like the DBs and he, talk about like what you saw in the play, that kind of thing?
Yeah, actually Tua, he tries to give us like little things that we could work on, as far as disguising. As far as disguising and things that he see that we could work on, and I feel like it helps us a lot. We can apply it to our game because we can't see ourselves, but he can see what we're doing, stuff like that. So he talks to us a lot about things that we can do.
And when you're playing deep coverage, what's the toughest part about a quarterback who he can throw and he can also extend plays and take off for a big gain?
Really everyone just had to do their assignment, do their job. The DBs have to cover. The defensive linemen have to contain the quarterback and worry about the quarterback and stuff like that. But once the QB scrambles and gets out of the pocket, everyone has to break on the ball. So it's a team effort. It's a team thing.
How much do you think the younger guys on defense have really helped so far this season?
I feel like they did a good job, filling in and playing a big part in our defense, being, the inside backers and stuff like that. You got to know the whole defense. You have to know the calls and execute the calls and communicate with us. And I feel like they're doing a good job. It's a lot of things that we still have to work on. It's always room for improvement. But I feel like overall they're doing a pretty good job to be that young and being able to play in Coach Saban's defense.
What have you seen from Trevon, number 2 for A&M on film?
He's a very good receiver. They have a lot of good receivers. We played against them last year, so there's not many different faces. It's going to be a good matchup for us. I feel like this is the most sound group that we played so far, and I feel like it's going to be a good match.
Turnovers have been such a big part of these games the last few years with A&M. What do you remember about some of the turnovers from these games?
You can't have too many turnovers. Like as far as our offense can't turn over the ball, for them they can't turn over the ball, and I feel like it's going to be a big factor in the game.
We've seen the tape of Finney's and Sari's interception return from 13. Is that something he would be talking about this week?
Yeah, he's actually mentioned it to us the other day because we were talking about the games and when they play, and he said it's a tough place to play, so he talked to us about it.
Nick, during the bye week, and especially coming off the Ole Miss game, made a point of perimeter tackling, especially within the secondary, open field tackling. How much has that been a focus in practice, and where do you feel like this team is at that particular skill set?
I feel like during our bye week, it was a lot of things that we could work on personally, and I feel like we did that, and that was one of the things that we worked on. So I feel like it's getting better. There's always room for improvement, but I feel like we're getting better, and everyone's got the idea. We had to tackle on the perimeter. Defensive back has to tackle. Everyone has to tackle, and I feel like we did a good job of trying to clean that up during this bye week.
What's that key though when you have a quarterback like a Plumlee or a Munn that do just naturally move the pocket sometimes before without even taking off?
Yeah. Like I said before, the defensive line has to contain the quarterback and squeeze the pocket and make sure he stays in the pocket and not scrambling. Once he scrambles and once he crosses the line of scrimmage, everyone has to break on the ball.
With so many young guys on the defense, we've heard throughout the year that the defense is simpler to help them kind of manage what they have to manage. What is a simpler defense? What does that look like?
In my opinion, I feel like the calls that we know how to play and the calls that we know how to execute, and that's the calls that we're going to call, and whatever the call is, we just have to execute. And I feel like the calls that we know and the calls that we rep, I feel like those are the more simpler calls. So I feel like us running those calls, it helps out everyone.
So is it like less exotic blitzes or personnel packages or things like that?
It's just the basic stuff that we know. It could be an exotic blitz that we know. It's just things that we know.
How many guys have become more talkative on defense? I remember Jared Maiden was sitting here. He was like, "I'm not much of a talkative guy, but I gotta communicate." So, how many guys have learned to speak more on defense?
Yeah, Maiden isn't a talker because I yelled at him a couple of times for not giving me the call. So, but he's starting to get better at that, and talking, and everyone's starting to communicate more. I feel like the deeper we get into the season, the more we're just going to come together and become one unit. So I feel like everyone's communicating more. During the bye week, that was one of the things we had to work on as well, our communication. And I feel like it's gotten a lot better.
I think I saw one of the statistical services that you had a sub 20% completion rate when targeted. How much pride are you taking in some of those kind of statistics and knowing that, if the ball is starting your way, it's as much as you can, it's not going to get into the receiver's hands?
I feel like I don't really look at statistics. I don't really look at stats and stuff like that. I just try to go out there and, play my game. And, my job is to not let receivers catch the ball. So that's my job. That's, what I have to do.
Having played so much special teams in your career, what do you remember? What do you think about Texas A&M special teams? They're pretty darn good, right?
Yeah, they're really good. They've been very good in the past couple of years that Alabama's faced them. They've been actually excellent, actually. But I feel like our special teams is just as good as them, But that's gonna be one of the factors in the game that we're gonna have to step up and stop them and execute our calls and do what we have to do in special teams to win the game.
What makes them so good, whether it's coverage or return or stuff like that? It seems like they're good across the board. What is it about them?
I feel like it's just their system over there. I guess how they get coached, but that is a good factor on their team that they have as a special team. So we have to do our part and do our job to stop them.
Final 2 questions.
Nick talked about the return game, your return game, kick return. If you get opportunities, you need to make most of them.
Right.
So what's that challenge when okay, maybe getting close to the end zone? How do you kind of weigh whether or not to catch it, bring it back, or what?
It all depends on how much space you have in front of you. On punt return, you got probably can peek at the coverage for probably twice before you have to judge the ball and receive the ball, and it's just it's based on your judgment. And, if you feel like you can make a play, you go make a play.
What's Xavier McKinney like off the field?
He's a hard worker. He's always up here. He's here after practice. He always gets extra. He's just all-around good, sound football player.
Thank you.